Hey everyone, what's going on? It's the Two Broke Gamers. I'm Steve,
I'm Ricky.
and yeah, we got a show coming up for you guys.
Oh yeah, episode 25.
But we don't have a show next week though. We are
Yeah.
on leave because it is Thanksgiving, of course.
Yeah, we won't do the show next week because of that. And also we have to remind you people, this is no video because, again, we haven't announced it like the week after we announced that there was video, that there won't be video for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our video guy quit. So
Yeah. Boo.
boo. But that's the things going on with this episode. Of course, we got lots of things to talk about. Of course, like Smash Bros. And anniversaries this month too for a lot of the newer consoles. I mean, we're in year 2 right now of the generations.
Yeah.
Of course, we have other games to talk about, PC wise, console wise, Nintendo wise, Smash wise, everything wise. But first, the thing I want to talk about is, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Shigeru Miyamoto. His birthday had just passed, so happy birthday to you, sir.
Of course.
I know, because I know he listens to the show.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
he's a big fan of From What I Hear.
He might. You never know.
Imagine him. No, but bro, that'd be funny if he actually did, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Mr. Miyamoto had turned 62 as of the 16th. So yeah, man, he's still working too. I mean, he's close to retirement, but he's still working. He's making movies now, man.
Yeah.
And of course, we talked about anniversaries. Also on the 18th marked the 2-year anniversary of the Wii U.
Yeah. Happy birthday. You're 2 years old, man.
Yeah, no, it's
2
been
years old console.
and it took like this long to get like second top selling,
Yeah.
console. But hey, I mean, again, Sony had that great E3.
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah,
We're still talking about it.
oh yeah, and of course, the Xbox One came out on the 22nd of November, so their anniversary is coming up soon. So of course, we wanted to talk about that early because it's just the way it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and Microsoft actually got some things that they're giving away for free to celebrate all that. Like they have a 1-year gamer picture. Woo.
Ooh.
New Xbox One backgrounds, a year special background that's exclusive to the people who got the thing day one. Or actually the day one achievement. And yes, there was a day one achievement when the Xbox One came out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. A year one background image again. Okay. A free rental of Halo 4 Forward Onto Dawn. And a free rental of Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods movie and a sampler pack of the Dragon Ball Z TV episodes, US and Canada only.
Cool.
So you international people who are listening out there, it sucks for you. You don't get that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately for you. And then the PS4 has an anniversary this month too, because I remember last year it all came out about the same time. It came out all in November, but of course the Wii U tried to get the first dibs, and nobody bought it, and that was the big joke about it. Like, oh yeah, nobody's buying a Wii U. Nobody cares about the Wii U, and people are caring about the Wii U now.
Yeah, it's picking up steam. So
yeah, and that's the thing too. It's the Wii U that was released, and then the PS4 came out first, I believe. I just got to double check that. It came out, actually, their anniversary already passed as well, November 15th. And so, I mean, and meanwhile, the PS4 is selling like crazy, of course.
yeah.
So, and then, but the Wii U's picking up steam, like we said, especially with these new hot games coming out. But Microsoft's still not talking about the numbers.
Yeah, they're still being very quiet.
Yeah,
They're saying that they're catching up, but they're not telling us how close.
which we'll talk about more of those stories a little bit later on in the show.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little hint.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, the hype is real. Smash Bros. Is like, by the time you listen to this and by the time it's uploaded, it's out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I'll be getting it. Steve won't be, unfortunately, for now.
Not yet.
For now.
I will be getting it, just we don't know when.
But you're playing it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
come
I'll
on.
be playing it, of course. I'm spending an entire weekend at my friend's house playing the game.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah, I'll be playing it.
Dude, why don't we just play online, too? If you got
they have
Francos and
they have really bad Wi-Fi.
Ah.
Like when I try to play them in the DS, it's just like lag central.
But the wire connection, though. Nintendo recommends it, damn it.
Yeah, sure. I'll I don't know. I don't know what they have or don't have.
I know. I'm messing with you, dude. No, but in all seriousness, like the hype is real. You're playing it during the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
gonna be playing it at some point during this weekend. I miss my working and trying to sleep at some point of this week.
Yeah.
It's like I may need that. And the hype is real, and I wanted to check out Twitter and see what the line looked like for Smash Bros. And I can't really tell because the line's also for Pokemon, which I forgot.
Nintendo World is duo releasing.
Oh yeah.
Because I've good guy Nintendo is releasing 2 big name games on the same day.
Good guy, Nintendo.
Good guy, Nintendo, man.
But it's true though, because I mean, Nintendo usually releases things either on a Sunday or on a Friday. Like they don't do the Tuesday like DVDs and the other companies. Nah, they want to do Fridays or Sundays.
Yeah, it gives you the whole weekend to play.
Yeah, duh. I mean, who doesn't want to join on a weekend?
Exactly.
Now, of course, like I didn't see the lines or anything, but Nintendo World is doing this thing again where they're doing doing the opening at 9:00 where they're going to release the game. So I guess I'm assuming I saw it for Smash Bros. I'm also going to assume that it's for Pokemon as well.
Yeah.
So
I would think so.
Yeah, and now here's an interesting thing too that I like. GameStops on the West Coast, especially in California, will be releasing the game at 9:00 Pacific time,
which is 12:00 Eastern time, midnight.
Yeah,
so it means that everyone on the West Coast, they get to play when we get to play.
Yeah, which I think is really awesome.
It is awesome. I like that. It's a good idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be getting a midnight release because apparently the GameStop that I reserved at doesn't do midnight releases, and it's like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It is what it is, though.
It is what it is. I'll eventually get the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm eventually going to play it anyway, so whatever, man. But of course, this show comes first. It's going to be uploaded. Because if not, and like seriously, I think if I did get it at midnight, I don't think this show would be uploaded.
Yeah.
I kid you not. But, there's other versions of Smash out there, of course. We talked a little bit about Project M 3.5, which came out. Have you played that a little bit?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to. I've kind of since the 3DS version came out, I've kind of just thrown every other Smash away.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't had the time to play them. Plus, it's like Project M, you kind of need people to play with, and I don't really have people to play with at the moment.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? Now that you mentioned that, like Project M, yeah, I've played it, and it's a really good version. It's really upgraded really nicely. Everything seems to be getting together towards the final version of the game, even though more characters have to come.
Yeah.
And who knows how long that mod will still be alive. But Smash 4, I mean, for the Wii U, that game is probably going to kill the 3DS version because I feel like a lot of people have said the same thing. Well, actually, I know that people have the same thought I do. Where once the Wii U version comes out, people are just going to throw their 3DSs out the window. Like, what is this?
I'm not going to throw it out the window. I'm just going to put Smash on the side.
Yeah.
But I had this discussion with someone the other day. I was like, once the Wii U version comes out, my 3DS can be used to play other games again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be playing Smash on the Wii U.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not getting it straight away, so I will be playing my Smash on 3DS still a little bit.
Yeah, but I know people are feeling some type of way because I think we do have to mention this because we are on top of the Smash community from time to time, and Apex had a big issue with Project M not being at Apex, where people were sending death threats to the TO of Apex and everything else, and then his friends and family. It's like it's a game.
Also, what you don't realize is that Nintendo is, in fact, sponsoring Apex.
Yeah, they're involved,
and Project M is not official. It's not Nintendo licensed, so you can't have it there, especially if Nintendo's watching over it.
And if they're supporting a community mod, which technically is illegal in some way, that kind of looks bad on Nintendo.
Yeah, also, Nintendo turns the blind eye to it, but if you throw it in their face, they're going to do something about it. So right now, Nintendo's like, hey, just don't show me this, and I'll pretend it's not there.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. Apex will have N64, they'll have Brawl, they'll have Melee, and then 4. I don't know if they'll have the 3DS version and Wii U version.
Probably. Probably just the Wii U version.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing. I don't know why people felt the need to do that. We're at a point where the TO is going to actually retire from Apex now, and it's just really, though? Come on now. Really, though? So, I don't know, man.
Community, bothers me so much sometimes.
Well, that's the thing, too. People are is it really the community, or is it just trolls just being trolls? Because it could be that, too.
There's that, too.
But, I mean, what's done, it's done. I mean, people are not going to get their Project M. They're upset. But, I mean, it's going to get to a point with Project M, though, that I feel like it's probably... If Nintendo's going to sponsor almost every tournament at this point.
You're never going to see Project M again.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's either going to be a super underground thing where either it's going to still be streamed by, newer channels because they're not going to be an official tournament anymore, or it's just going to be, taken off altogether.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Another version of Smash Bros. Which caught our attention is somebody putting the Smash Bros. Game on the TI-83 scientific calculator.
Yeah, how's that working
Not
out?
scientific calculator, the graphing calculator.
The graphic calculator, yeah.
So,
I mean, good for you that you were able to create that, but it's so pointless.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
Might as well just have the 3DS version. I mean,
Exactly.
The 3DS version has better graphics.
Exactly. I don't. It's good. Like I said, good for you. Like that you have the mind to create this, but it's not completely uncalled for.
Oh, people get bored. That bored that you created a TI 83 version of it.
Hats off, man. Hats off.
Now, something that we noticed last week, that we skipped on for last week because it was just kind of like, there's no real details about it. The Lootcrate that had an official like Amiibo crate, which was just kind of like, you know what, it seems kind of interesting. But then the more details that came out about it, the more I was very much turned off about it. Which I felt like, how many, are people going to be that stupid to do all that? Yeah, I guess it was popular in some way, but it wasn't popular with me because, all right, here was the thing with Lootcrate that really turned me off. You're getting Amiibo in 3 weeks, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. You get 3 cases, 3 Amiibo in 3 weeks. That's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, especially depending on the price, though, because you're getting 10 free Amiibo, not 10 free, excuse me, but 10 Amiibo, which is about $130 value before tax, which is kind of like, okay, if it's like maybe half that, like Lootcrate, you know, you spend like 10, 15 bucks or 20 bucks a month.
And you get some kind of care package.
Yeah, which can be more than what you paid for, you know, give or take. But this one, it just once I found out the pricing and everything, it just really turned me off. Like it was 3 weeks. The first week you get 4 Amiibo and then like a rubber band or something like that. The second week you get another 4 Amiibo and then like something else, like whatever the hell it is. And then week 3 you get the final 2 Amiibo and then you get this exclusive rare T-shirt that you know that no one will ever see. And it's all at the price of $155.
Yeah, so you're paying basically $20 extra for a T-shirt and a rubber band.
Yeah. If you did like weekly ones, it would be $55 per one, including shipping, by the way, which would have made it a little bit more. If you did that, you were paying like $10 more at just about. And it was just like I don't see the appeal in that, but. It was popular enough to sell out. It did, but I just didn't see the appeal in it.
Yeah, you know, it's like I said, I don't. To me, I'm not gonna stock up and collect every single Amiibo.
Yeah,
I'm collecting the ones that I want for characters that I play or characters that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, you know, I don't have a reason. I'm not a Mario fan, so I'm not gonna go out and get a Mario Amiibo.
Yeah,
which obviously everyone's gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might sell out more so than anything else, maybe. And then the other characters, I mean, it could surprise me. Maybe Martha sell out. You know.
I hope not. I mean, I like Marth.
Oh yeah, that's right. You actually want Marth. That's right.
Want Marth.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it could work a lot of ways, but I just didn't like that Lootcrate one. I didn't think that was worth anything at all, especially with Toys R Us when they have like buy 3 Amiibo for $30.
Yeah, you're paying $10. You're paying you're getting a discount on that.
Yeah, basically. It's kind of like, okay, like all right. Now the Amiibo too. Talking about that, we talked about how there was the Shulk Amiibo that was going to be exclusive to GameStop.
That was exclusive to GameStop, right?
Yeah. Now Meta Knight was also announced to be exclusive to Best Buy,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Meta Knight. Meta Knight's a character I like, but I don't play. But I was thinking about picking up the Amiibo.
Well, here's the thing. I think the exclusive Amiibo is a really good advertising tool because it makes me want to buy it because it's rare. So it's
I might buy 2, one for me and one to sell later.
Yeah,
on.
it might be worth
you know.
Yeah. But now here's the thing. I lurk Reddit. I see what other people are saying. Somebody came up with the conspiracy theory that if you look at Shulk's colors, he matches the colors of GameStop. So, and it's funny that Meta Knight matches the colors for Best Buy.
Illuminati confirmed.
But here's the thing. It's funny because Toys R Us' website just announced, too, that Lucario is an exclusive to Toys R Us. Coincidence?
I mean, Toys R Us is multicolored. Lucario's blue.
Yeah.
I would think Lucario would have been the exclusive to Best Buy, and like Yoshi would have been the Toys R Us exclusive or something, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I would have thought nothing for Pac-Man. I would have thought like McDonald's for Pac-Man. Like that. Like, I don't know. Like McDonald's sells the exclusive Pac-Man Amiibo for $13. Right. It's like, okay. So, Smash Bros. 3DS 1.0.4 was released this week.
And this patch is to, patch up the 3DS version to be more like the Wii U version.
Mm-hmm. It's Nintendo gave very vague descriptions about it, which was, and we talked about this last week. It's like, where's the patch notes?
Yeah, I really wish Nintendo had patch notes because people are going into and they're figuring out the changes themselves. But I really wish we had like specific notes.
Well, here's the thing too. Someone made a note of who cares, because a lot of majority of people playing the game probably don't care about this stuff. They just kind of want to play the game.
I want to know.
Yeah, but then there's you and I who care. Now, of course, we also lurk Smashboard. Shout out to Smashboards.
Woo woo.
There's a moderator, Samurai Panda, who started the thread of the community patch notes version 1.0.4, and him, along with other people, are playing this version to find out what it is that it changes. And they have percentages, people who got buffed, people who got nerfed. A lot of people got nerfed. Apparently DI is back in a lot of ways. Vectoring was removed. So there's a very big change in the game, of course.
Yeah.
Shulk got super buffed. I don't even know why.
And to me, Shulk was already strong.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you made him stronger.
Yeah. The only thing they changed with my character, my dude, Game & Watch, is the fact that the bucket no longer fully charges with Pikachu's
Yeah, you
thunder.
can't cheese it with Pikachu anymore.
Oh well. Well, it is what it is. And there's other things too. We'll link that as well to the whole thread that's constantly updating. So there isn't like a frozen thing, which is also why we're not really going to stay on this too much, because things can change. Like we could be wrong about this by the time we upload this. So, definitely check that out if you're interested in that, of course, in the patch notes.
Of course.
And now we're going to move on to the game itself and Sakurai talking about stuff, which, of course, Ridley confirmed.
Ridley confirmed not playable.
Yes. Sakurai talked about Ridley to IGN, and here's his quote. All right. I definitely know that Ridley is a much anticipated name for fans, but if we made Ridley as a fighter, it wouldn't be Ridley any longer. It'd have to be shrunk down, or its wings reduced in size, rings reduced in size, or unable to fly around freely. Providing accurate portrayals of characters is something I want to pay ample attention to. If I don't stick to that thought, then we'd have to lower the quality or break the balance of the game. Something that goes way off the spec could break the entire game.
Yeah, I love Ridley. Ridley's such a cool character, but I agree with not making Ridley playable. It would have been awesome, but Sakurai's right. You'd have to completely change everything about Ridley.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense in all honesty.
You might as well call it not Ridley. Close enough.
Not Ridley.
Ridley Jr. It's a baby Ridley. I don't know.
But you know what though? To further on that point, the community's half sarcastic but half serious too.
The community's troll.
Yeah. So but the thing is too, the trolling actually got us all the final destinations. So that's the thing. That's so it's like they're watching us, guys.
And the trolling got us Mewtwo.
Yeah, that's true too. But they didn't give us Ice Climbers.
No, because that's hardware limitation. You can't blame that.
F it. People are buying more of the Wii version, and that's another thing too about Mewtwo. Now Mewtwo caused a lot of controversy because people just for some reason thought, oh my god, the most expensive DLC ever. Why would I pay $100 for 2 games to get freaking Mewtwo?
No, you're not paying $100 for 2 games for Mewtwo. You're buying $100 for 2 games for 2 games.
Yeah.
I'm playing 2 games.
Yeah.
I just happen to be getting Mewtwo on the side.
Now here's the thing. You get you get Mewtwo as an exclusive if you get both versions, the 3DS version and then the Wii U version, and then you get Mewtwo for free. Sakurai talked about why Mewtwo isn't paid content from the start, which was a little scary when I read this. Wait, what?
Yeah.
So here's the quote. As to why Mewtwo isn't paid content from the start, I just said that. Releasing that character is an experiment meant to act as a foothold in content distribution. Thus, it's simply meant as part of the service we're providing to gamers. Creating a single fighter involves a huge investment, and we've always been giving it our all and investing a lot of work in characters currently available in the game. And I think it's an incredible package in terms of sheer amount of content in the game. But it might not, but it might be that people may not understand and may think that I'm not offering enough just by looking at DLC itself. He continues on about DLC. What can I say about paid DLC is that we aren't working on anything at the moment. We've put all our efforts into making the actual game. Creating DLC would involve large additional costs and require the involvement of a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, I want them to focus on the game. I want them to produce the best game they can, and then when they have a moment, then you work on some DLC stuff.
Yeah, they're not like other companies that have like DLC like in on.
Yeah,
disc.
they're not like other games that release half a game and make you pay for the rest of it with DLC. That would be stupid, right?
Destiny.
But exactly.
We're looking at you, Destiny.
We're looking at you, Destiny and Halo and Call of Duty and stuff. No, they're focusing on making the best game that they can make, and then giving you extra features later on.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Nintendo doesn't really. Mewtwo is going to be like experimental DLC for Smash Brothers, and depending on how he does, then we might see more in the future. But right now, they don't really have any plans for anything other than Mewtwo.
Yeah, which would be awesome. So get that Mewtwo, y'all.
Yeah, I'm with it.
But now here's the thing too. People are still confused about Mewtwo being a freebie and never coming to like the eShop itself. So now, the actual fine print, because it's weird, because it says right here, you get of course, when you get both versions of the game, you get the exclusive soundtrack from the game that gets sent to you. You have to register that. You have to register both games by January 13th, 2015. And now you also have to register by March 31st, 2015, if you want to get the Mewtwo DLC. So now, here's the thing. There's the fine print that says that Mewtwo DLC will be available for download in spring 2015. Mewtwo DLC may be available for purchase in the future. Maybe.
I think it will be.
Because here's the thing, too. I was reading this article in Kotaku, which they broke it down further because, they got some Japanese, translators there as well, because they really kind of focus on that, too. And they broke it down to it's like the actual Japanese, fine print of the DLC for Mewtwo. And they talked about, which is, it's the word that is causing people some concern is yotai, which the characters there, which means plan, schedules, intend, or estimate. So it's still not 100%. So again, like Steve's point had like he was saying that if Mewtwo's not successful, then why are we going to waste our time? That type of thing.
I think Mewtwo's going to be incredibly successful.
I hope so. I mean, especially to the point where if we want more characters, then, get Mewtwo, basically. Like, Mewtwo has to be the savior of Smash Bros.'s, character future.
Yeah, but, the world blew up when Mewtwo was announced.
Yes, it really did.
Yeah, so it's just, I think Mewtwo's going to be successful regardless. And then, even if, I don't know, because there are people who don't have a 3DS that are going to get the Wii U version and vice versa. So you should make Mewtwo payable DLC if you want it. And I think that will sell even more Mewtwo's.
Yeah, so other than that, that's our Smash Bros. Stuff. Other than that, get hype, get the game. We're, of course, going to review it when we come back from our vacay. We're going to have a whole week. Yeah, I have the game myself. Steve's going to be playing mostly. I don't know, are you going to be playing, the actual game itself or just regular Smash just against people?
I don't know. I'll be playing all weekend, and I'll be playing more than just the weekend. I'll be playing that game a lot.
Yeah.
At other people's houses, of course.
Yeah.
But I'll be playing it, so I will know how I'll venture around.
Yeah, because, there's a lot more to the game than that. And, we got to give some sort of cohesive review, kind of like last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So now we're going to talk about now we're moving on to this section of the show. We're talking about all the consoles at once before we talk about individual companies. Now, something interesting happened, which I hate when it happens, when it actually is real and legit. And I'll get into what I mean by that. Now, last year, I remember when I believe it was Best Buy had a glitch on its website where they were selling brand new games for brand new consoles for $8, I believe, or something like that, $15.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember somebody buying 5 copies of GTA 5 when it first came out for the last gen consoles, and just went to town I got 6. Oh well, that's basically what I would have got for 3 games. So,
yeah,
But something happened at the Sears website where they were selling Wii U and 3DS bundles for $60 each.
Crazy.
Yeah, and of course
I missed out, man.
Yeah, freak, man, I was so mad. I really have to stay on because there was a website I used to stay on before. It was called Cheap Ass Gamer, and I know those probably was the guys that broke it, and those guys are still on the Black Friday deals for gamers and deals for gamers and such like that. So for some reason it's Sears is selling this for $60, and people did get it for $60. They either bought it from Sears or they went to Walmart or Best Buy and did a price match so that they could get it for $60, and people did.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, damn, dude, we could have got that freaking Wii U for you for cheap.
I could have had a Wii U, man.
Yeah. Now, of course, that's a legitimate cause that happened, but then apparently people try to scam it as well. So, of course, I don't know if you guys have heard, but the PS4 was actually selling for $90, but it wasn't really legit anyway. But it didn't stop people from trying to, get it for $90 at Walmart. So here's the thing. So someone went on Amazon.com and registered a name, a fake account, which was I guess a good name. Which the actual screen name is Amazon Electronics. So it makes it a nice little touch there. Someone created the fake account. They screen capped it, printed it out, and bought it to Walmart, saying that they were selling PS4s for $90. Now, whatever happens from there happens. We don't know because people, at Walmart, who knows how they act or how they are, even if they care or not, whatever the case may be. But that multiple people got away with getting a PS4 for $90.
That's insane.
And this time it wasn't like a glitch. This was a scam.
This was a scam
that was done, which may ruin it for other things in the future. Who knows? Because Walmart had to actually come out and say that they were gonna change their policy slightly. This is a comment. This is a quote from Walmart to Kotaku, actually. Yeah, we're on Kotaku right now. Blah. So whatever you guys want to think about that. Here's the thing. They talked about, they launched the pricing and blah blah blah. To accommodate customers, all that stuff. At the same time, we can't tolerate fraud or attempts to trick our cashiers. This kind of activity is unfair to the millions of customers who count on us every day for honest value. Walmart. With this in mind, we updated our policy to clarify that we will match prices from Walmart.com and 30 major online retailers, but won't honor prices from marketplace vendors, third-party sellers, auction sites, or sites requiring memberships. So there you go.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's a decent policy.
Yeah, I mean,
I can agree with that.
Yeah, they actually made it fair versus it's like, oh, it says $90 on a website. It sounds legit.
Yeah.
All right then. Talking about things that are selling for ridiculous prices, the ET cartridges that came from the Atari landfill were going for about $1,500 each.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, they're damaged, they're dirty as hell, probably not even playable. Yeah. $100,000. Like $1,000, some change.
I mean, it is, it's been sitting in a landfill for 25 years.
Yeah, and then the craziest part is, too, that other games went for, a lot of the games ended up going for over $100. Like, even the other games, like Missile Command and Centipede and everything else, they were going for pretty high amounts. And it's like, what, history? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a collector's item.
Yeah, I guess.
Not many people have those.
Yeah. Now, Destiny, we talked about how there was an update coming, that, is a precursor to the DLC. The full list of changes is some crazy stuff, but some of the highlights are they added a new social feature that lets people access a channel for team chat, which is should have been there in the first place, I guess. Match-made teammates will now be able to talk to each other in strikes and team-based Crucible matches. But here's the thing too. They also increased the bounty slots from 5 to 10. I guess in advance of the DLC. And let me see. Shader previews functionality added to vendor and inventory screens, and emblems on vendors can now be previewed in inventory screen. It's a bunch of minor things and everything. We'll give you a full list out there to check it all out if you haven't checked it out already. I'm pretty sure you all checked it out at this point, played it at this point. Probably know what the hell all the updates are more than us anyway. We don't have the game, so whatever, man.
I'm not a Destiny player.
Yeah. I kind of wish I was. I kind of wish I had that time to do that and the money. But I don't know if I would do it for the last gen, because I know it's available for PS3 and the Xbox One and for PC, but but it's also available for the other newer consoles except for the Wii U. But still,
everything but the Wii U.
Everything but the Wii U. Now, we wanted to include this too in the all games discussion, because we felt like this was important only because of its significance. Now, I think we did this on our college show, actually. I don't think we talked about it on our brand new show. But the VGAs, the Video Game Awards, are coming back, sadly.
Sadly.
But this time it looks like it has some promise finally, which I'll give it a chance. I gave it a chance last year, because here's the thing. Last year was an absolute disaster. Very, very bad. It was very awkward. Joe McHale, you could tell, was very much not into it. Jeff Knightley was just Jeff Knightley, I guess. And it was just all around just bad. Like, there's no other way to describe it.
I didn't even watch them.
Because, I mean, it got to a point that they actually renamed it the VGX.
VGX?
I don't know why either.
Video Game Extreme Awards. Yeah.
I didn't get it. Now, here's the thing. Now, it is going to be coming again December 5th, which you're kind of like, oh, well, it sounded like shit the last time. Why would I want to watch it this year? Well, this year they actually changed the name to the Game Awards 2014, which is like, okay, it sounds normal. So that's good. Maybe it has some honor to it finally. Now, here's the thing. It's actually going to highlight everything about the gaming industry. So not just, okay, here's some awards and here's some comedy, that type of thing. And here's some developers talking about the games and here's an award that digital people are going to accept.
Yeah.
It's going to be world premieres, of course, because they had world premiere, things before. But musical performances, appearances by game developers, of course, esports players and online content creators are also going to be at this show as well.
So they're up in stuff here.
Yeah. It's now here's the other thing too. Jeff Knightley, who was the host of last year, he actually took the reins and is spending his own money to get this award show going. So this guy, say what you want about Jeff Knightley. Like I mean, I kind of don't mind him that much, but I know why. I understand why people don't like him or can't stand him as much. But you got to respect the guy for doing that. He's putting his own money up for an award show that apparently not a lot of people had faith in.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you're making an investment in something that you want to see happen, like, good. I hope because he's funding it, I hope it's successful.
I hope so too, in all honesty. Now they did announce a list of the awards that are coming out for this. They announced it like a little while ago, actually. There's all the categories, but it's just gonna be too long to list. Go through like verbally. But of course, it looks like an interesting list. We share a link for that as well. I think it's going to be pretty good. I don't know, but I don't know how long the actual show is. Like I said, it's going to be streaming live from the Access Theater in Vegas. So, I mean, hopefully this show will turn out well. And they're also selling tickets for the event as well. So it's got everything so far. On paper, it looks decent. It sounds way better than last year.
It just needs to have good execution.
Yeah, that's the key. If it doesn't all right, I gotta make the call right now. I know we're not like the big podcasters that we're not like big mega stars, but in all honesty, I gotta make the call of if this Video Game Awards doesn't become successful, there may not be a future for that Game Awards. Like there's other ones as well, like the Academy of the games or something like that, like the British Game Awards. Those are always been existent, but that one that's been trying to be as big as the Oscars and the Grammys and such. If this one doesn't work this year, then I don't see a future in it at all.
I agree with that. That makes complete sense. This is kind of like its last chance.
Yeah. So Far Cry 4 came out, and people love it. I haven't heard anything bad about that game. I haven't played any of the Far Cries because I played
the first one. The first one was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. I never got into the second one, third one.
Mm.
So maybe I'll play them. It wasn't that I wanted to play them. I just never got around to it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those series that one day I will complete.
One day.
Not this very moment in my life.
One day it'll happen. But I mean, come on now. When you're riding rhinos and shooting people on a rhino, I mean, come on.
Oh, it sounds dope. But don't get me wrong. It sounds awesome.
That sounds awesome.
It sounds like an amazing game. I just don't have it in me right now to do that.
So we're going on to other consoles as well, because, I mean, we don't have much on Far Cry. It's like, okay, it's a cool game. Next up. There's a EA CFO talked about this. EA CFO Blake Jorgensen, he is saying that he believes that Microsoft is catching up to Sony.
Which we had mentioned. We hinted at this a little earlier.
Yeah, and I mean... where's the numbers?
Exactly. It's like, all right, cool. You could say it. I could say I'm the best Smash player in the world, and just prove it. I'm not gonna play nobody. I'm the best. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, where's the proof? Show me this. Because right now, according to the numbers, that's public information. Microsoft's in last.
Yeah, and I mean, Sony's numbers have updated to 13.5 million. That's been updated.
And the Wii U's at 7.5 million or something.
Yeah, 7.29 million. That's their latest numbers. I mean, of course, the numbers are adding up, but they're not going to report it every week. They report it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But so I mean, to the last numbers that Microsoft gave about the Xbox One, they're at 5.1 million,
which is last place.
Yeah.
And at least out of the three new gen consoles.
Mm-hmm.
You're losing to the Wii U.
Yeah, and I even had to go to Wikipedia and just kind of figure out like what the hell's going on. And there's a note. It's saying that starting with Microsoft's fiscal quarter ending in June 2014, the company stopped divulging individual platform sales in their fiscal reports. The Xbox 360 sold 84 million units as of June 24th. June 2014. Xbox One during quarter 2 and quarter 3, 3.9 million and 1.2 million were sold respectively. And that was, remember, we talked about that story where they sold like 1 million units together. So it's like, okay, which ones were Xbox Ones, which ones were 360? Like, give us some numbers.
Exactly.
Either that or they're just like, oh, crap, this isn't working.
Yeah, it's like Microsoft's being really shady about this.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you wonder why. I mean,
maybe they're not doing as well as everyone wants. Like, I think there's a lot of sugarcoating going on with Xboxes. Oh yeah, we're catching up. Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, so here's your numbers. We just are.
Don't worry about our numbers. You'll see. You'll see in time.
We shipped 10 million units. That should say enough.
Yeah.
That means there's just 5 million units that haven't sold yet. So
yeah. All right.
All right.
Show us the numbers at Microsoft.
Yeah.
Don't make some crazy claims without giving us numbers, please.
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of developers have talked about this. I've seen the other side where they're saying that about Metacritic, where Metacritic has either made or break, developers like paychecks basically. Double Fine has actually come out. The COO actually had said that they haven't seen a review from any gaming press website or seen any impact from it, especially from Metacritic. And they're saying that Metacritic is actually just obsolete. But it's interesting how they actually figure out what actually sells the games, because like I said, Metacritic doesn't matter, but what they actually view is let's play videos, and that's why they figure out how people like or don't like their games, whether people are streaming or watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, I also feel like that's not the best example either.
Yeah, but also there's Steam free weekends, because Steam has those free weekends. Like, here, play a game for a weekend. Okay, cool. Cross promotion with other indie developers, let me see. On the list of what doesn't work though, because that's on the list that does work. What doesn't work are free app of the day promotions, trade shows, and Metacritic. So think about that one. So you were saying?
No, I don't agree completely with judging things on Let's Plays and whatnot, because if PewDiePie plays anything, it'll get millions of views because it's PewDiePie. Like, it's like, he can play Goat Simulator, doesn't make it the best game in the world. I don't know. I'm not the best. That's not the best way to judge something.
Yeah, so here's a quote. I think who's looking at the gaming press are for the most part other developers, and so it seems important to other developers. I'm just not certain how many gamers are going to the press. It seems like they're being siphoned off into Let's Plays and other avenues. They're just going to review sites as a gateway to find the reviews. So, it's something to think about with that one. Maybe Metacritic, because that's the thing, too. I've had someone on a Robin Slim show, actually, that I was on again, which, we'll share the link of that, of course. I was on their show the last time they streamed on Wednesday, and we were talking about, not even that. It was another time before that, where we talked about how, I forgot what game we were talking about. And he was like, I don't know if I'm going to get the game. IGN gave it a bad review. And I was like, well, don't just believe IGN, because people make the joke of IGN of it was a bad game 9-10 So I said and it never, if you're gonna look at reviews, look at all of them if you want to, but really the real critic is you. If you don't play the game, you'll never know what the game's really like.
Exactly.
Like I can watch a game on stream on Twitch and go, you know what, I do want to get this game. And sometimes I'm like, you know what, this game doesn't interest me. But, in order for me to actually find out the real verdict of how I think of a game, I'm going to have to play it.
Yeah. That's how I got into Fire Emblem. I love that series now, and it's there's a streamer, there's a YouTuber streamer, NBZ. He's a Pokemon streamer, and he does all Let's Plays on the side. I watched him for his Pokemon videos, and he did a Let's Play series on Fire Emblem. It was the first Game Boy Advance one for America, the one with Erica in it. I forgot what the name of it is, but he did it, and then I was like, wow, Fire Emblem looks really good. And then Awakening was already out for a few months or so, so I went and picked it up, and I was like, I love this game. Yeah. So since then I've been like scavenging the world looking for old Fire Emblem games to play.
Yeah, so in all honesty, maybe their Double Fine's on the right path at that. Because, I mean, if they're looking at the actual real people, not just, other people in the industry writing for, themselves, basically, and possibly for other people. I mean, like I said, they're probably on the right track, but also, I mean, you never know until you play it yourself anyway.
Exactly. You're your own critic.
So one more aspect of the business, because we're going right into Nintendo news anyway. It's about Nintendo, and it's about the increase of not DLC, but an increase of the digital content that people are actually using. So basically, I'm phrasing it incorrectly, but it looks like there's a big boom for Nintendo for digital content, and it seems to be growing. Even though, Microsoft's is established, Sony's is established, even PC's established. But Nintendo's been slowly coming back up to the 21st century.
Yeah, because they just started doing all this stuff with their Nintendo eShop.
Yeah.
Which, they've been, you've been able to download games for a little while.
For the Wii, basically.
For the Wii, since the Wii, you've been able to download games onto your hardware.
But it wasn't as popular.
Right, it wasn't as popular, but now people seem to be really into having digital copies of games. I still am old school and prefer hard copy, but
especially with the risk of not having the console anymore. What's
the
point of that?
Exactly.
So this is coming from David Wharton, director of the marketing and analytics for Nintendo's network business department. He was talking to Gamasutra, and he said, "I'll say that we've seen a fundamental difference over the last couple of years in our consumers' interaction with the eShop. The eShop is now one of Nintendo's top retailers. We can sell as much as software as we want in major chain stores through the eShop."
Yeah, we've seen it. I've got a friend who swears by digital content. It's not me, man. Like I said, I'm all about hard copy.
Yeah, continue to quote, our consumers expect to be able to buy digital content on our platforms and are voting with their dollars in favor of digital content in a big, big way. It's been a dramatic shift over the last couple of years. Oh, yeah. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. There are certainly examples of individual titles that have done really well, but as a category, the audience is there and they're willing to spend the money. The eShop has just grown a tremendous amount. Of course, he's referring to Smash Bros. That just 20% of Smash Bros.' sales were digital, and it reached over 1 million sales because of that. And of course, it's not only that. Indie games are very popular on the Wii U, and of course, the main games itself, and especially the fact that Smash Bros. Might just break the Nintendo network tonight because, even though granted they had the pre-install, come on, everybody's going to online tonight.
Yeah.
Well, not tonight, but everybody's going to be online downloading that game. If it crashes, then, well, we expected it, and if it doesn't, then, Nintendo did something right.
I expected to crash. When X and Y came out,
It crashed.
Yeah. It crashed for like a day. Like the entire day it was down.
Yeah, but Smash Bros. Didn't have that big of impact from the 3DS version.
It was down for a few hours, I guess.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't realize. I just watched.
You know what it was? I also wasn't awake at midnight to test it out.
Yeah,
but from what I heard, it was down for a little while.
Now, the only thing I want to continue about the DLC is the fact that they have DLC right on the 3DS. The 3DS, you have an SD card that you could buy, and they're cheap as hell to buy. And, you could get up to 32 gigs. You could buy a bunch of games. I love my 3DS for that. It's portable. I don't have to carry multiple cartridges or, game cards. Instead, I can have everything on my one SD card. Now, the Wii U has a bigger issue because there are bigger games on the Wii U. And the Wii U's biggest hard drive is 32 gigs, which that's a lot of space, just not when you're downloading a 17 gig game. It was a lot of space in 1999 maybe, but in 2014, it's not a lot of space.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like when you had Windows 98, that was like 32 gigs. Crap, I can put maybe my kind of music collection from Napster there.
Let's put it this way. The entire Halo collection that just came out for Xbox would not fit on 32 gigs.
No, it would not.
I think that's like a 49 gig setup.
Yeah.
So the Wii U wouldn't be able to hold it.
No, and that's the thing too. You have the option of the external hard drive that goes to a terabyte minimum. You go to 2 terabytes max, I believe. They might upgrade it to 3 terabytes, but it all goes through USB, and then that depends on how fast the USB speed will affect your game and everything else. Yeah. It all varies, and then it's just like, are you really going to buy a terabyte worth of games?
You never know. Yeah. But I'm just saying, Smash Bros. Is almost 20 gigs. That's taking up more than half your space.
Yeah, exactly. And the other problem with that too is, you have your external hard drive. If if Nintendo's USB port was 3.0, it would have at least made a little bit more sense. But the other thing is too, like the other ones that have external hard drives they're also not USB 3.0, and this is the current gen. This is the new generation of games. How is it that all three consoles don't have USB 3.0 if you're going to have an external hard drive on all three consoles?
I don't know.
Steve has his hands up.
I just raised my. I don't know. It's baffling.
Yeah. So moving on from that. Talking about memory and the 3DS. The 3DS, it's gonna have a homebrew, and it's gonna be arriving on the 22nd of November. So if you're interested in hacking your 3DS, it's gonna happen. And it's funny because the game that they found it on is just this dumb game that like I don't think anybody owns, and now it's like a hot seller now. It's a game it's from Ubisoft. Ubisoft published it. It's called Cubic Ninja, and it has an exploit that works on any version of the 3DS and 2DS, basically. So any version of the 3DS, 2DS from version 4.0 to 9.2, it can be able to break.
Crazy.
Now, Nintendo might, close it, close that exploit, but really, I mean, there's nothing you could really do beyond that. I don't know if there's really going to be because, like, here's the thing. The game was actually $3 before this announcement. And now that it's announced, it's
30.
It's $30 now. It's like, really?
It's a full game now, man.
Yeah, now the thing is, too, it doesn't really look like it could do much. I don't think it could play any emulators, really, when you enable this and whatnot. It's not going to play any 3DS games, like pirated games or anything else like that, so they definitely stopped that one because, they're not going to do that. But the only thing that you could really do is play a Minecraft clone. That's it. So if you really want to go out your way and buy this game to play Minecraft on your 3DS, then good for you.
When it was $3, yeah. When it's $30, no. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Nintendo launched the official Amiibo website, so yeah, you can do that now. You can
go
look
in
at
there
it
and pre-order your Amiibos.
Yeah, it does stuff.
Or look at them.
Yeah,
something.
you can look at them. I actually sold the Amiibos, and I wanted to take the time to comment on that. The local Walmart here had the Amiibos on display, and it's funny because it's in the Nintendo section, like on the TV, but it's literally right next to the Skylanders and Disney Infinity. It's all right next to each other. And I thought they were really good quality. From the people who've seen the pictures, like, oh, the quality's so low, and
there's always trolls.
Yeah, there's always trolls. But I thought they were really good quality, and then comparing it to the Skylanders that were right next to it, I would say they're about the same size, maybe about like 2.5 inches, maybe a little bit more, not anything more than 3, and they're about the quality's good. And they're probably a little bit better than Skylanders, the quality wise. The Skylanders look kind of bad compared to some of the Amiibos, but it wasn't like it was slight. It wasn't like it was one better than the other. It was very slight, but Nintendo's, I would say, has a better quality type of like figure than the Skylanders toys.
It's also Nintendo.
Yeah.
I would favor the Nintendo ones over the Skylander ones anyway, even if they were worse quality.
Yeah,
just because I like the
true.
characters better. I don't play Skylanders. What is that?
So speaking of Nintendo stuff as well, Nintendo President Reggie Fils-Aimé talked about how the Wii U is better value for your buck than the Xbox One and the PS4.
Well, I mean, yeah. What's he gonna do? Say like, nah, our console sucks. Go buy them. No, you don't do that. Of course, you're gonna go out there and promote your own console.
Yeah, he kind of has to. But here's his quote. The good news for us is that we're presenting the best value right now in home consoles. $299 includes 2 games. It's a compelling proposition for customers this holiday. We convinced them with the games. So as an example, you can only play Mario Kart 8. Here's his description. This fabulous game that has sold millions of copies across the world only on the Wii U because it has enhanced capabilities, the HD graphics, the new elements that we could bring to bear to that particular game.
AKA, he's saying that, if you want to play the same old shit, go buy the PlayStation or the Xbox. If you want some original content that you can only get on Nintendo, get a Wii U.
Boom.
Bang.
Boom, boom. Shots fired.
Bang for your buck.
And I think we have a response from Sony in our Sony section, so
Keep listening.
Yeah, or just skip if you're on if you're on YouTube, you can just kind of skip.
Or you can keep listening.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Keep listening.
We're funny guys.
Staying on Mario Kart 8, I do want to give somewhat of an impromptu review of Mario Kart 8 and their new DLC. I love it. I think it's really good. I think I got a lot of value for my $1. Like, I actually started liking Tanuki Mario, but I think Link is gonna be like my main person for a while because Rosalina was my main for a while, and then I would kind of switch between her and Morton. But then Link is like my dude now. Like Link is the dude. But of course I have to like transition out of bikes because I've been using bikes for so long. But now I'm just kind of like it's either gonna be an outside drifting bike I'm moving on to or karts. But it's still Link is still my dude.
You're not using the Iron Horse?
I did, and it was nice, but bikes won't let you win, man. The bikes, inside drifting bikes are not the bikes to go for in this new game. It's either karts or outside drifting bikes because it's all about the fire hopping, really.
Yeah.
Now,
well, I mean, like they should really patch that because that's unfair.
Nah, I mean it's in the game. It's there. If people want to use it, they want to use it. It kind of separates the, I guess the real pros from the actual casuals, you know.
I'd rather be a casual Mario Kart, thanks.
Dude, I remember I used to like own so badly in Mario Kart Wii. Like I would just all nines and just wrecking people, and I didn't care because I was just like, I wasn't like a troll. I wasn't a part of a clan or nothing. I just kind of played the game like as at my best. But it got more challenging when I got to play the other people who were on my level. That's when the game actually got better for me. Like when it was like I was in first place and I was overlapping people that were just like stuck in like the middle of the course. I'm like, oh okay, this kind of sucks. Yeah, but then when you get another person that's on your level, like oh okay, now this game's interesting.
But Ricky's insanely good at Mario Kart. Like I thought I was good at Mario Kart, but Ricky beat me by a solid like 10 seconds. Like yo, it's ridiculous. Ricky's top quality Mario Kart, man.
Yeah, but if I had more time to play Mario Kart 8, I probably would have got better. But you know, I'm life. But
life, man.
Yeah, but you know what's sticking with that though? Some of the best things, of course, are the courses and the music to the courses. I absolutely love Rainbow Road SNES. I thought that was like nice. I couldn't wait to get that. That's like the fourth time now that the third time it's been re-released on a newer Mario Kart game, but the fourth time it's been in the series. It's been on the DS version, of course, the SNES version, the 3DS version, and now it's on the Wii U. The Hyrule Warriors, the Hyrule course is amazing. I love that course. The music in it is really good, and they replaced the coins on the track with rupees, which I think are amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then also too, there's a middle of the track that if you hit it the right point, it actually like has the link, and you get a shortcut like through the middle, and you get to hit a master, and you get to touch the master sword too. Like it's just cool. Like all awesome.
So they went hard.
Yeah, they went really in on the Hyrule track. The Excite Bike track is really good too. It's funny because that song, the music that plays in Excite Bike, it's funny because it's like it doesn't remind me of the NES games. It actually reminds me of Anamanaguchi, which is basically a band that uses NES to make their music, which is so
8-bit
odd.
music and stuff.
Yeah, the chip tunes. But I really like the Excite track. You know what it is though? I feel like the Excite Bike is the bigger version of Baby Park. In all honesty, because I kept getting wrecked with items in that course.
Yeah, Baby Park was one of my favorite courses.
Yeah,
just a circle of chaos.
Yeah. Now, the overall, the game is good. The characters are good. The carts and bikes that were, and wheels and parachute that was added in the game was good. I just cannot wait for the new ones now. Now, the only thing that was negative was the fact that I tried to upload something, a video from the game and whatnot, and it wouldn't let me. And apparently, I'm not the only one experiencing this issue. It's error of code 104.1852, where it's like, oh yeah, you can't upload your YouTube. Now, Nintendo knows about it. And they're going to have to set a patch to update the Wii U for it. I don't know what caused it. Maybe the DLC had an error in the code, and it was like, oh, well, you can't do that now.
Maybe, but now you just lost out on a game.
Yeah, for now, yeah. But, it's going to be fixed. So, eventually I'll get to upload my awesome videos again.
So did it work like you saved a replay and it wouldn't let you?
Yeah, my replays are saved. And that's the crappy thing about the Mario Kart 8, which I hope is not going to be the same case for Smash Bros. like it was for the 3DS, where you can race 12 times, but after the 12th time, the newest race takes over the oldest race. So, you only have those times, and you only can get to save 6 of those races. So you have 6 of your favorite old times that never get deleted unless you want it to. And then you have 12 races that will stay in this memory temporarily until you race another track. And I have those races saved for now because I haven't raced ever since.
Yeah.
But come on now. There should have been more save slots. I have a Wii U that can, that has great memory. So come on now, really? Give me space to save more than just 6 races. Come on now,
for real, man.
And
I encountered that problem with the 3DS
Smash Bros.
In my Smash Bros.
Yeah,
I saved too many replays, and they were like, you can't save anymore. And I think it was I saved like 65, and I was like, you can't save anymore. I was like,
but
what?
that's not
Why?
a memory limit. That's actually the game's limit, which I think is crappy because I have a 32 gig like SD card on my 3DS. I want to save just like I saved all my I saved literally every single match I played on Brawl basically.
Yeah.
And it saved on my SD card like no problem. But then with the Wii U version, I mean with this 3DS version, it was timed. Like I think you get 40 minutes of of matches in total max, and then it stops saving your replays.
Dang.
So once it hits that limit, that's it. So
well, I mean that's what we're gonna see on the Wii U. It's probably gonna have that option again where it's like save to the console or save to your SD card.
I hope so.
And so you save your SD card and you'll be good.
But I mean, if there's gonna be new updates that render your replays, useless, then what's the point of even saving the replays?
Yeah, like patch 1.04.
Yeah, it's oh well.
Yeah, I lost so many good replays there.
Yeah, it was so dumb. One last thing about Mario Kart 8. Apparently they made the lightweight racers a little bit better. So, because a lot of people just don't use lightweight racers. Everybody's either using heavy racers or medium heavy racers. So you rarely see somebody that had the balls to go, I'm going to use a lightweight.
I always stick to my lightweights. Mm-hmm. I'm a huge Toadette fan.
Yeah, it sucks because the lightweights are bad. They're just bad in this game.
Oh, that sucks. Because I like, in the original Mario Kart, I was a Toad racer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always used Toad. And then in the Wii version, that's when they introduced Toadette, and I was like, no, Toadette was in Double
Wii
Dash.
version. Oh no, that's right. She wasn't Double Dash. You're right.
Yeah, I was always a Toadette. Like once I found out Toadette was name, I was like, Toadette's adorable. I'm using Toadette.
Now, moving on to Zelda stuff. Hyrule Warriors is gonna get a new character, DLC, and Hyrule Warriors. It's gonna be Midna. Now you're thinking, well, isn't Midna already in the game? No, it's Twili Midna, which is the Midna at the end of the Twilight Princess game. Which, if you haven't seen her playing the game, she's not even playable.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I know. She changes into her true form, which is like this beautiful like princess, and it's like, oh, hey now,
hey, what up?
Like, how you doing? And now she's actually gonna be playable in Hyrule Warriors, which is pretty cool, actually. No, they don't show her face in some of the trailers and stuff because it's just like, well, unless you really want to, you can get spoiled. But you don't. You only see her at the end of the game with Twilight Princess. So it was unfortunate because it's like, oh, this is it. We only get to see her at the end of the game. That sucks.
Yeah.
So I mean, but at least there's gonna be DLC of a brand new character, so that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Like it's a game that when I do get my Wii U, I'm gonna look into Hyrule Warriors because that's the game. Other than Smash Brothers, that I've really been wanting to play. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to play Mario Kart, but I really want to play Hyrule Warriors.
I don't blame you on that one, in all honesty. Sticking with Zelda, I always have trouble with his name. Ijai Aonuma talked about Majora's Mask 3D, and he talked about how the new game is going to take advantage of the new 3DS and the power that it offers. What it is, I don't know, but he just said it's going to.
It's going to, man. Whether that be the Ocarina, using the C stick to play.
Finally, the C stick instead of like LR and like X or something like that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing
or
too.
Or just changing camera views. You know?
Yeah, maybe. But that's just weird. You've never been able to control the camera view in like Zelda games, except for what is it, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Hey, man, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. How about that?
But you know what though? I did like the be able to control the camera in Wind Waker. That was the best one. And then Twilight Princess, you only were able to control the camera in the GameCube version, but not the Wii U version,
no.
Or not the Wii version. I mean to say.
Yeah.
But I need that in my life. I would like to control the camera, but it has to be more than that. It has to be.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Also, another change in the Majora's Mask 3D will be the fact that there's going to be more hints in bosses. So say if you're in a boss battle and you don't know what the hell to do, there's going to be more hints from the little fairy thing. I forgot what the hell it's called. It's not Navi. It's something else. Tattle, I think, or something like that. I don't remember what the hell it was. It's been years since I played the game. So yeah, it's going to be more hints and everything. They actually did change one boss fight. So this is a quote from Aonuma. While I can't say much about it, one thing, a boss fight has been changed. Upon trying a boss fight on the original version for the first time in a while after playing the remake, it's like, how do I beat this guy again? It's that type of content.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So, of course, and then they added one new thing. You can fish now in Majora's Mask. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked fishing. Thought it was a little fun side thing to do.
Yeah, they've added fishing ponds, 2 of them. So there might be some monstrous fish you can fish out. So please look forward to it. And that's another quote from him.
Cool.
But, I mean, like, fishing was cool in Zelda. I mean, I liked it in Ocarina of Time. It was really cool. I kind of liked it in Twilight Princess. I hated it in Skyward Sword because they literally made you have your Wii remote and then have the nunchuck and start winding it. And I was like, oh, God, they really want me to put this much effort into fishing in a virtual game? Like, really?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I understand you want to show off your controls after all these years, and which now nobody cares about motion controls, but come on, really, Nintendo?
I like motion controls.
So Nintendo, for some reason, had to clarify the Amiibo functionality as if they weren't clear before. I don't know why. So they had to say that the Link and Zelda, you can be connected to the game. Of course, they'll be given extra moves like the spinner weapon to Link. The rewards from the Zelda Amiibo are less specific. But it could be. But here's the thing from Nintendo. It's saying that Nintendo's saying that the players can link the Zelda figure, to the game as frequently as once a day to unlock a random weapon of 3-star quality or better. And of course, the other Amiibo figures are they give you just stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so at least they're making Zelda a little more special. Because when we did this story a couple weeks ago, and we were like, really, you're just gonna get random items out of this? It's kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's all right. So Zelda's gonna have a little bit better functionality.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they're improving.
Yeah,
Yay!
Yes, yay, I guess. Yay! Now, Toad stuff. Now, Captain Toad, I was concerned about its price point. It's $40, which I think it's $10 too much. In all honesty,
a little bit too much for
and especially
a
the fact
game.
that there was a website, I forget which one. There's too many goddamn news websites that I follow. One of them actually did a stream, and then they finished the game in one stream, and it's like, well, then what's the point of that?
I mean, it wasn't really meant to be a full game. I mean, it's meant to be a full game.
It is. It's a standalone game.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. It's a bunch of mini games, really.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to wait in that game. I don't think it's a $40 value.
Yeah, I agree with that. I will wait for that, because first I don't have a Wii U, but I keep. Let me reiterate that point. But when I do get one, that's a game I'll pick up maybe later down the line when it's cheaper. Because I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay $40 for 70 levels of a game.
Mm-hmm.
70 short levels of a game at that. I want to. I'll wait for it to go down.
Yeah.
30, 25, even 20.
Yeah. Now, a little bit on the Captain Toad game. It starred Link for a while because it was done as a demo and shown to Shigeru Miyamoto. So here's a quote from the director Shinya Hirataki talking about this. We must have done too good of a job on our demo because during our presentation, Mr. Miyamoto asked us how we were planning on bringing these dioramas into production because they were working on the dioramas and everything. That was the first thing. He thought we were pitching him an actual physical product design. We like to think that Mr. Miyamoto finally realized the vision we had for our diorama dolls many years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, from the 3D from Mario 3D World to now its own standalone game.
Cool.
Let's see.
You've come so far, Toad.
Yeah, and it's also getting good reviews. Famitsu, the well-established Japanese magazine, has given it a 34 out of 40.
Pretty good.
Which is a pretty good score for a game like that caliber. So hey, I still gotta play it and check it out. In all honesty, I've seen it stream, so I mean, I don't know the replay value if you could only play it once in like a few hours and go, oh, okay.
I kind of feel I'm trying to stay away from watching things about Captain Toad because I'm like, all right, because I don't want to know how to beat levels. I want to figure it out on my own, so I'm kind of staying away from that.
Now, one last thing that was a bit controversial is the fact that the producer of the Treasure Tracker itself, Koichi Hayashida, said that the toads are genderless.
No,
they're not. They have no sex. Here's a quote. This may be a bit of a strange story, but we never really went out of our way to decide on the sex of those characters, even though we have somewhat of gendered appearances. But I think that I can say that Toadette and Toad are not siblings. Perhaps they're more accurate, they're adventure pals. And it's certainly true there in Captain Toad. The toads are actually not mushrooms at all, too. So this particular riddle might stay unsolved. That's one of the great mysteries of the Mario universe.
I disagree. All right, the original Toad is definitely male, and Toadette, come on, it's gotta be a female.
You have the ETTE at the end. That makes it female.
Toadette, she's got pigtails, she's pink. It's a female. You can't say that Toadette is genderless.
As she is. according.
No, you can't say that.
I mean, Toad has a guy-like voice. Even if you want to go back to Super Mario Brothers Super Show, he had a dude's voice.
Exactly.
But he's genderless, apparently.
No, this is all right. All right. There is like King Toad, which is the Toad.
Yeah.
That Toad, and then Toadette, like Queen Toad, and the rest of them. I don't care about the rest of them. They could all be genderless, whatever. But those two Toads, there's no way that they're genderless.
But I mean, take a look at Birdo. Birdo is controversial because it's a she.
Birdo's a dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing: she looks like a she, but it's a dude dressed as a
male.
girl.
And apparently, it's like dating Yoshi, who's
Yoshi,
a male who lays eggs.
Yeah, which Yoshi's a chick in a way, but he's a dude.
The Nintendo world is so screwed up.
Yeah, I know, right? Like Yoshi, like maybe a dude, but then he lays eggs, but then he's going out with Birdo. That's a dude that dresses like a girl. So that makes sense.
Has Nintendo been supporting same-sex marriage all along?
Well, actually, Nintendo's been hiding the Birdo thing for years. In America, that is. And in Japan, they were all about, yeah, that's a dude dressed as a chick. But
well, yeah, because even in like Mario Tennis and stuff, Birdo's had this like very feminine appearance and female voice and everything. So I guess they want you to believe Birdo's female, but Birdo's a dude.
Yeah, Birdo's a dude, man.
Ricky and I had an argument because we do show prep. Don't think that I add clues on purpose sometimes, just to be like, whoa, no way, really? But no, Ricky and I go over our show a lot before we actually do things.
Yeah.
And so we had this huge argument last night over the whole Donkey Kong series as well.
Well, here's the thing. I've always thought that Donkey and Diddy were like father and son.
No,
and Cranky Kong was the original Donkey Kong, and that's his kid.
No. Cranky Kong. The original Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong's father. Cranky Kong is the father of the original Donkey Kong, which makes this Donkey Kong the grandson.
Yeah, Diddy's actually the grandson. Yeah.
No, but Diddy is just like Donkey's best friend.
Well, not according to the Donkey Kong wiki.
No.
Yes, there's a Donkey Kong wiki. Yes, there's a wiki for everything.
No, Diddy Kong is just Donkey Kong's really close friend.
Well, apparently no, because according to this wiki, Donkey Kong is Diddy Kong is his cousin.
No, they're pals.
No,
they're friends.
They're family members, man.
Dixie and Diddy are dating.
Yes, they do. They
Dixie
that.
and Tiny are sisters. Chunky Kong and what the hell is his name? Kitty Kong are brothers. Lanky and Funky are just off in their own world in the Kong universe.
So this is what it is. All right, Donkey Kong. All right, Cranky Kong's his grandfather. Wrinkly Kong's his grandmother. Diddy Kong's his nephew. Says it right here.
It's not. Stop it. Diddy Kong is just his really best friend.
Candy Kong is his girlfriend.
Yes.
Donkey Kong Jr. is his implied father. So he's like basically Donkey Kong the Third.
Donkey Kong the Third, man.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and then he's in a part of the Kong family. But yeah, no, Diddy's his nephew.
No.
That's what it says. It says it right
I
here.
refuse to believe that one. Like, the rest of it, fine, whatever. I believe all that. I refuse to believe that Diddy Kong is his nephew.
That's
it's his pal. It's his buddy. They're friends. That's it. Done.
Right.
We're done. So here.
All right, we're done here.
Comment below. And whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Leave us in the comments, please.
Yeah. Now, Watch Dogs. Remember that game?
Yeah.
It's coming for the Wii U.
Oh boy.
It still is. It's still happening.
And one of the only, games that's not Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah, no. Now here's some tidbits about the Watch Dogs. You can't share screenshots on the Miiverse, so boo.
Oh, why not?
Because Ubisoft hates you. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
But now here's the thing too. For a while they were talking about. Here's the thing too. For a while they were talking about how the DLC was not coming to the Wii U. Well, it is. There are actually the 2 DLCs which weren't that big of a deal that came out for it. It's so there's gonna be 2 add-ons for it, which like I said, there weren't gonna be DLC before. Now it is. It's gonna be Watch Dogs Conspiracy and the Access Granted pack. They weren't the major ones. They weren't like Bad Blood. But that actually won't ever come to the Wii U version. So if you wanted that version, well, too bad. Get either a PC or another console.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to play Watch Dogs anyway.
Yeah, I thought about playing it. Why not?
Yeah, I thought about it, and then I was just like, I don't know. I heard it just wasn't the best.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. I know a lot of people that started playing the game and they just stopped because it just got boring after a while.
Yeah. So if I ever have time and I'm looking for anything to play, maybe I'll look into Watch Dogs, but it wasn't anything. Like I said, it piqued my interest at first, but then I don't know, the reviews just did not do it justice.
Maybe when it's in the like $5 bin at like
Right.
like somewhere
10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Oh, that game Watch Dogs. Why did
Now-
I become 60? I don't know.
Yeah. Now Ucraft, we're following the story of Ucraft. It started a Kickstarter. Remember that?
Yeah,
It failed
of course.
miserably.
Because most Kickstarters do.
Yeah. And they're still going to make the game, though, but it's not going to be a Wii U exclusive. So now it's going to be coming to the Xbox One and the PS4, because before Ucraft was just going to be PC and Wii U. So now, of course, the people of Nexus Games had to talk about this. Here's a quote from the person who heads it. It was written on their blog, and here's the quote. In the gaming community where a title is said to be exclusive to one platform holders normally provide financial assistance to developers. This is done because of the massive amount of revenue developers lose by skipping other platforms. Unfortunately, this is not the case for Ucraft, that is being developed and funded entirely by Nexus Games, me, and I'm sadly not rich. When we made this decision, we had no idea that Nintendo owners would care so much about Ucraft going multi-platform as long as it still made its way on the Wii U. We are not 100% against the idea of keeping Ucraft on the Wii U /PC, but in order for that to happen, we need your help. If there's enough interest, we will consider relaunching another Ucraft Kickstarter to keep Ucraft exclusive to the Wii U.
I mean, I don't see why other consoles even need Ucraft because Minecraft is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of releasing him when Minecraft is superiorly popular, like massively popular? It's like that game would just be swept under the rug, in all honesty.
Yeah. I mean, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, they don't need Ucraft. The only thing that needs Ucraft is the Wii U.
Yeah, because there's Minecraft's never going to come at this point, especially now that Microsoft owns it. I mean,
Yeah.
Microsoft just released Minecraft with their logo on it on PlayStation 4 and the Vita, which is just dumb. It's just insane to me for that.
Yeah.
But it happened, but it's never going to come to Nintendo's consoles, and it is what it is. And Nintendo probably needs this game to come on there, and if not going to take advantage of it, then that sucks for them.
I don't even know if they need the game to come on it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. One quick tidbits about Nintendo stuff, too, because we're going a lot about Nintendo. They're going to have the Nintendo Holiday Mall Experience from November 24th to December 21st. There's going to be Nintendo takeover at a couple of malls in the U.S., 16 malls to be exact. They're going to be showing games like Smash Bros. For 3DS, Omega Ruby, Sapphire, Mario Kart 7, and also Wii U games like Smash Bros. Wii U, Mario Kart 8, Hyrule Warriors, and stuff. And, you can experience all the games for yourself in these certain malls in different states.
Cool. So, I guess we'll link which places we have in it.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, one last thing about Miyamoto. Miyamoto talking about these things, man. And Nintendo talked about, Miyamoto talked about, he shared his thoughts on cinematic games. So here's a quote about this. These young game creators, they want to be recognized. They want to tell stories that will touch people's hearts. And while I understand that desire, the trend worries me. It should be the experience that's touching. That what I strive for is to make the person playing the game the director. All I do is help them feel that by playing. They're creating something that only they could create. Here's a continuation for that quote. When you play a game, one moment you're controlling it, and then suddenly you feel you're in its world. And that's something you cannot experience through film or literature. It's a completely unique experience.
Yeah, I don't know what you say about it.
Yeah, that's kind of a breathtaking quote there, dude. Like that's
yeah, no, it's basically saying that when you play a cinematic game, they want you to like feel like you're directing the game. That's direct. That's exactly what he said. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like that.
No, the thing is too. Yeah, instead of watching a game like freaking what's it? Oh, I hated that game too. Uncharted, where I was just basically pressing the button and watching cinema. It's like, oh, okay, when do I play the game? Where Miyamoto's right. When you're engaged in the game more often and you develop the story, you're the director now. You actually are more engaged in the game than anybody else could ever be.
I love interactive games.
So here's a last thought about it. He said, what other companies are doing makes business sense. What other companies are doing makes business sense, but it's boring. The same games appear on every system. At Nintendo, we want an environment where game creators can collaborate and think of ideas for games that could never have happened before.
Yeah. Basically, he's saying that they want the original content.
Yeah, like something that Reggie was talking about too.
Yeah, the exact
content.
same thing. If you want original content, look at Nintendo. I like that.
All right, so yeah, one last thing: Nintendo, Pokemon, all the Mega Evolutions are animated. And so it's basically all the mega evolutions that are in this game, or at least most of them, are actually like anime, like drawn and everything. So we'll link you a video to that. The video is actually pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, no, it's really awesome.
Yeah, so we'll
I would
definitely
actually want them to make like a series using those. That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, especially with the budget. I mean, the actual,
Well, they had the what the hell was the name of it? The Pokemon Origins anime.
Yeah,
which was that 4-episode thing where it basically
it was an OVA.
What?
It was an OVA. Okay, never mind, dude. You're not into anime like that. Never
no,
mind,
I'm like no. I mean, it was just like it was really cool. It was a really nice anime style for showing Pokemon. But whatever. Anyway, it was like the story of Red and Blue, not Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, but before Red and Blue.
No, it was the story of Red and Blue.
Oh, the actual Red and Blue.
Like as if
really?
it was like the
game
Boy,
itself.
the Game Boy
yeah.
game, right?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And so, but the animated style was so nice. And it was like I said, it was a four-part episode, half an hour long each.
Mm.
And it was so awesome. And then so when I first saw this, I was like, "Whoa, this is really cool." Are you gonna do like Ruby and Sapphire, the 4-part episode anime on that? Like, it'd be so awesome. But apparently they're not.
No.
But it'd be really sweet if they did.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I do like it. Maybe, hopefully, another movie with this, maybe. But I haven't seen Pokemon in years. I know the series is still on, but they have a budget.
Yeah,
they have a budget, so yeah.
Ash still sucks.
He still sucks.
He'll never be the best.
So Sony, talking about stuffs. We talked about how Nintendo fired some shots. Sony was firing some shots back. So here's basically where who said it?
Well, they fired some shots, but I don't believe these shots that they fired.
Yeah,
they were firing blanks.
Yeah, yeah, basically. So basically, it's 2 different interviews. Here's one quote from all right, let's just go to the quote. I'd like to continue with the innovation stream that I just talked about, but I also want to see in the next year or 2 the bigger mass market play, shall we say. So in order to broaden and perhaps fill that void that's being left blatant by, say, the Wii, which is a shadow of its former self, we need to have the kind of product that will engage more casual consumer. I think the big opportunity for us, and it's not yet clear on the horizon, but something we should, and I'm sure we will focus on if we look forward in a year or 2 or 3 or 4. So yeah, the Wii, a shadow of itself, really?
Yeah, they said it was a shadow of itself, but I was more interested in the other
All right.
attack.
Here's the best one. I believe that Vita is the best handheld gaming experience. Full stop. Period. Nothing comes close to that. You can talk to your mobile. You can talk to your tab. You can talk about your mobile. You can talk about your tablet. You can talk about Nintendo platforms. Or what you have in the handheld space. I think pound for pound, buck for buck, Vita is the best gaming experience you can have.
No. No. Pound for pound, buck for buck, I think Vita is one of the worst gaming experiences you can probably ever have.
Have you played a Vita?
I have seen them. I've tested them out, and I'm not impressed by the Vita. I think it's the game selection on the Vita is so bad.
But you know what? They have more of a game selection than any of the consoles that are out right now. The new generation. So, but there's a lot of content, but if people are actually playing and downloading it, some people are and they love it, and that's probably a handful.
I don't know. I just was never impressed by the Vita. This is me, I guess, fanboying it, but Nintendo's kind of been the kings of handheld forever.
The Game Boy, man.
Since the Game Boy,
the Game & Watch.
And don't get me wrong, the 3DS is good. I really like the 3DS. It's just it is limited, but with the new 3DS coming out, I think they're, going to kick Vita in the face.
Yeah.
I think they're going to kick the 3DS in the face. The new 3DS is going to kick the old 3DS in the face. They're upgrading the hardware on it.
Yeah.
Which is what everyone's big complaint about the 3DS was.
Yeah.
So upgraded hardware, it has a great game selection. I don't know.
Already.
And there's more coming out.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Sticking with Sony, something interesting about this too, talking about Nintendo, talking about the Wii, and talking about the PS2. Apparently, the PS4 it's actually outpacing the PS2 in sales up to this point in 1 year, and it's also possibly challenging the Wii for the fastest selling console.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. I cannot lie about.
Yeah, like I will talk all kinds of shit about the Vita, but I can't talk about the PS4. The PS4 is breakneck. It's selling consoles at a breakneck pace. It's insane.
It really is, because I always wanted to compare the numbers, but once you have to compare it to the PS2 and the Wii, it's like, well, that answers my question.
Yeah, it's the PS4 is selling really well.
Yeah,
it is easily the dominant console right now.
Yeah, this is IGN's conversation with Sean Layden. He actually, here's some interesting points. People think that the PS2 was the biggest thing that ever happened to gaming of all time. We're pacing above the PS2's run rate. The PS2 launched in 2000, and of course, it sold 150 million consoles like to date. So I mean, at this point, I mean, I don't know if the PS4 will reach that number, because not even the PS3 will hit that number. But damn.
Isn't the PS4 selling better than the PS3?
Yeah, well, at this point, I guess so, yeah. I mean, right now. I mean, basically, the PS4 sold way better than the PS3 ever did at the beginning of launch. Remember, the PS3 was a disaster, but that was because it was $600.
Yeah, it was also, yeah. But, I don't know, I think like, at the rate PS4 is going, it's gonna do some things.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna do some things. What things? We don't know. It could keep climbing, or it could be a monumental failure later on. Like, it might cap out.
Yeah.
Like, they might get to, like, I don't know, they might get to, like, 15 million consoles and just flatline.
You never know, yeah. Especially this newer generation. Because
to me, a lot of people don't seem to be buying into new gen yet.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part, too, because I think a lot of people are actually going towards PC. And if Steam could take advantage of that and maybe make cheaper consoles, I think a lot of people would jump on that. The problem is the PC master race. We haven't said that in a long time on the show, but they're thinking that it's all about a click of the mouse and a keyboard, and some people are like, well, no, I would never use. Who uses a joypad on a computer? It's like, I do. I could use either one. I don't care. Like, as long as I can play the game the way I want to play it, I don't care.
Exactly, and now that you can get a USB controller, and you can play with a controller on your PC too.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
the PC is the master race because it can do everything.
And you can max out your graphics depending on how much you want to. If you really want, or if you're really all about that, and if you really want to max out your graphics, you're spending over $1,000 and some change. But even if you didn't, you would spend $600 and you still get a value for a couple of years. And then even if you upgraded, the upgrade is cheaper than getting a new console, basically.
And you're getting more than just games out of it. You're getting a computer.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting everything. PC is master race.
And if it finally came to that point, I think it'd be good for PCs, in all honesty.
Yeah. I've always been behind PC, man.
Because here's the thing. I've always been around consoles, especially like, where I lived. A lot of people didn't have a PC. Apparently, there's people who were all about, like, when I was a kid, we used to play PC games. It's like, really? I didn't own a PC until like 98. So I missed out on, like, Monkey Island, and I missed out on, like, that Dragon's Lair, and I missed out on Doom for PC, even though I played it on Super Nintendo, but I missed out on, like, all those games, Wolfenstein. But now that it's more all about, the PC, and now it's all about, like, the graphics and how better it is, and basically it's, like, the way to go now, and especially now that the free-to-play games have made it famous, like League of Legends and other games like that. I mean, it's getting to a point where you'd be dumb if you didn't play PC for games. And if you are, you're probably missing out on a pretty good chunk of good games.
Right, which, even then, when something goes, when you have a hardware malfunction on a PC, just replace the part.
Yeah.
When you have a hardware malfunction on a console, you need to either ship it back to them and have them fix it for 3 weeks and send it back to you, or just get a new one.
Yeah, which is money.
Exactly. Well, I mean, so is buying a new part, but depending on the part, like, basically, one of the biggest problems with the PC is that your hard drive eventually fails.
Yeah.
Because in the end, your hard drive is actually just a disk.
Yeah.
And it's spinning constantly, so they do wear out. So when your hard drive fails, I gotta get a new hard drive. Well, $50.
Yeah.
If your hard drive on your an Xbox hard drive is way more than that.
Yeah. For I don't know why.
It's like $100. It's like $120, $150 for an Xbox hard drive.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, so it's like, and you get more space on a PC hard drive too.
Yeah, exactly. You get a terabyte.
You get a terabyte of space for $60, whereas you get like, a gig like less than that on a Xbox hard drive
for the same price.
For more.
Yeah, that's right, for more.
So it's kind of like PC's master race. Let's end this debate, please.
Yeah, let's go on from that to Microsoft stuff. The only thing I got is Killer Instinct. There's gonna be a new character, which is a mummy character. Nothing, I guess, cool. I guess that's cool. I got to see him in action. Another interesting thing about Killer Instinct is the fact that someone got a video of the Killer Instinct when it was on the 360. And, we'll link that video. It's really, really cool, actually, the development, because it looks almost about the same as the one that's on the Xbox One, except of course, obvious improvements, because it only had it looked really rough. There was it wasn't really polished yet. They only had 3 characters, which was Jago, Saberwolf, and then Chief Thunder, but Chief Thunder wasn't complete, so he was basically a gray thing with tomahawks.
I mean, I don't know anything about Killer Instinct. I would never played it. I've never wanted to play it. I've never even looked at Killer Instinct. That's all you, buddy.
Yeah, man. So let's go on to PCs after this, man.
Of course, the master race.
So remember we a while back we talked about this guy who threatened Gabe Newell's life because of paranautical activities, and he left the company, but apparently he had to come back because he couldn't really find anything, so he couldn't really commit to that.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. So here's the blog post about it from the co-owner of whatever company it is, Code Avarice. Mike couldn't commit to his decision to leave Code Avarice. The co-owner publicly announced his departure, and in the weeks following his official stepping down, Mike had second thoughts. Looking for a new source of income was extremely overwhelming, and when it finally came down to put the pen on paper, Mike and Travis agreed to the best thing would Mike have to return to Code Avarice. So now there's going to be changes to policy, too. The second half of his announcement is that we're taking steps to make a Code of Avarice more about the games and less about the people making them. From now on, rather than blog posts being written and signed by one of the developers, they will all be co-written by Mike and Travis and written from the perspective of the company rather than the individual.
All right, so you're making a PR move.
Yeah, a very, very safe PR move, too. Going on to other PC games, Goat Simulator is going to have an update where it's going to be an MMO.
Goats versus sheep, man.
Yeah, that's basically what it's going to be. So it's going to be launched November 20th. It's going to be free through Steam. It's going to be a Goat MMO Simulator. It's going to be playable on Mac and Linux as well, and supportable with a controller.
Oh,
talking about VR, we talked about how this the Gear VR, which basically houses only one phone, which is like the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. It houses that. It's going to be released in December, which is really soon. It says early December. It's like, really?
Well, it's just like using glasses to like.
Well, you know what you can do? I mean, there's instructions that Google and other people have shown where you can make a cardboard box. And you make a slot for your phone to put it in front of your face, and that's basically the same thing you're paying $200 for.
Yeah, or you could just do this.
Hold the phone in front of your face.
I'm just holding my phone in front of my face.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see the point of that thing. I mean, give us the real VR, not this.
Just wait for Oculus Rift in 10,000 years.
Exactly. Now, this game.
You had the same thought I did.
Yeah. Now, this game we have to talk about. It's free to play.
Best game ever.
Well, that's why it's the title. It says it itself. It's Game of the Year. 420 Blaze It versus XXX Illuminati XXX. WoW at /10 #rekt edition. Montage Parody The Game.
So, this game, we watched some gameplay footage of this game, and this is this highlights everything that's wrong in gaming.
Well, especially in the first-person shooter community.
Yeah, in the first-person shooter world, this is like the best. Oh my god, I want to play this game so badly.
Yeah, we'll link this, and we'll also link the video if you guys aren't sold on it. Like, I don't think we could do it justice, but oh man, it's all about a Mountain Dew, Doritos, and just like random internet memes. And just dubstep and just
it's insane.
Everything that's like just insane with the FPS community. I think it's hilarious. I hope people who actually are a part of the FPS community laughs at it. I hope. Who knows?
I'm part of the FPS community because I was a huge Quake player back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I still am actually. I re-downloaded Quake on my computer over the weekend and was playing.
Nice.
And yeah, I love first-person shooters. It was actually how I started gaming.
Yeah.
And I thought it was hilarious. Like, I can't stand first-person shooters now as the way it is right now. I hate Call of Duty. Halo's so good. I still like, but I like Halo 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Halo 3 was okay. Don't even talk to me about Reach. I won't talk to you about Reach.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. First-person shooters on PC are good. First-person shooters, even then, like some of the older Call of Duties and stuff were pretty good, but like now it's just crap.
Yeah.
So I've kind of lost faith in first-person shooter community.
Oh,
Old Counter-Strike 1.16. God.
Well, going on from that to other PC games like Dota, apparently there's going to be a update that was given a hint in a comic book. So there's going to be basically the blog talked about this comic book, and the comic is intentionally vague, but it's telling a story of assassin that's enlisted to murder everyone. So there's some hidden things going on. It's a comic called The Contract. What it comes out of that, I don't know because I don't really know about Dota. So
yeah, I don't really know about Dota either. I'm a League player.
So so we go from Dota.
Well, we're going from Dota to League, exactly.
Yeah, of course, going to the League.
And they just released patch 4.20.
Jesus.
God, I keep calling it patch. Patch 420, man. It's
all about the drugs.
All about the drugs. No, it just completely everything you knew about League. Forget it because it's a completely like new game.
Really?
Yeah, they changed the jungle around. They added new camps. They added new buffs. They added new items. So your machete now builds into 4 different jungle items, which they affect your smite in all different ways. Wow. So all those guardian items and stuff, the feral flare, all gone. They removed Negatron cloak, which is dumb. Because now everything has to build out of Null Magic Mantle, which bothers me.
All right.
Because I liked the basically Null Magic Mantle had Null Magic Mantle had 20 MR, and it was like 350 gold, 400 gold, 400 gold, and then the Negatron cloak was 720 gold, but it was like 40 MR.
Wow.
So but they removed it, and they're just like, all right, we'll add 5 extra MR onto Null Magic Mantle, increase the price a little bit, but it's the only MR item in the game. Yeah. So that
makes sense.
So everything now builds out of Null Magic Mantle, but the change bothers me, but it bothers a lot of people too. But
that's crazy. What's the cause of this update? Like, what is this all like?
It's the new season. They did this last year too.
Okay.
So
is this a second year or has this been previous from before?
Well, they always make changes in the beginning of the season, but they've never had them this drastic before.
Okay.
Like they made a few. Like they always remove items and add items so they can change the balance of the game. But this one just, I don't know. They did some crazy stuff with turrets. Like there's a turret now. Your second tier turret gives you like a shield.
Okay.
I've just never done that before. Like that could be game changing.
That is.
The third tier turret's like a laser.
Well, maybe that also opens the opportunity for new teams to take over.
Right, but it's at the same time, games were already being turtley enough.
Okay.
And now you're gonna make it even more turtle with all these you get a shield from your turret. That's basically extra health from your turret, so they can't tower dive you, which tower diving is a huge part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The like I said, the third tier turret is now a laser, so it does constant instead of just shooting you and doing health, taking away health, as it's constant health stream losing. So it's just like I don't know. It's a lot of change to adapt to for a short period of time, because the season's gonna start. Basically, you have like a month and a half to get used to this, and then the season's gonna start in January, February, something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And so basically, it's just like way too much change.
Now the lightning round.
All right, I need to stop doing that.
Sonic Boom is awful.
Terrible. Awful.
We haven't talked about this, but it's been awful. I even read a Reddit story where an autistic kid actually spoke a full sentence for the first time in its life because of how bad the game is.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Yeah, that's basically what he said. So now we've gotten to a point where even Sonic Boom speedruns are happening in less than an hour, and there's a glitch with Knuckles that involves beating the game in like less than an hour.
Yeah, I downloaded the demo because it was free. It was a demo, obviously. You're not gonna pay for a demo. Yeah. And then I didn't even play the whole first level. Mm-hmm. I just was so angry at how this game played that I was just like, I can't play this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy I didn't buy it, and I deleted the demo off my console. Right? I was like, I'm not playing this.
Well, here's what the glitch is, and this is still a rough speed run because it's a brand new game. Apparently, it's a glitch where you're playing Knuckles, and while Knuckles is in mid jump, you pause while he's in mid jump, and the mid jump resets his jump state, letting him access areas that would normally require more playtime. So it's like he's just pausing, jumping, and all that until he beats the game.
What?
Yeah, the
so
glitch.
Stupid. That's retarded.
That's Sega.
Ugh.
Apple has changed its iTunes store. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Apple today. It's the F2, the free to play things are no longer free to get anymore. Now they're actually there to get, but with additional content that could be paid.
Yeah,
for.
no, we talked about this yesterday, and I guess I didn't notice it, but I noticed it today. If there's a game that has in-app purchases, it just has get instead of free next to the name now, which is it's interesting. I guess they're the freemium stuff,
Especially after that South Park episode.
That South Park episode kind of enlightened everybody's minds.
I mean, everybody knew it, and then it took South Park to do that? Come on, really?
I mean, everyone was aware of it, but we just, had a blind eye to it. And then now,
Freemium.
No, it's kind of like, we had a blind eye to it. And now that South Park just kind of was like, hey, guys, we're going to do what South Park does, and we're going to shine the light on it. And so now everyone's like, oh, freemium is terrible. Wow, freemium this. It's like,
the Canadian
good.
devil.
Yeah, it's like, good. I'm happy. Because freemium has always bothered me.
Mm-hmm. I've never been for it. I've never bought any apps or anything in these games. I never have, never will.
Right, and it just bothers me because I've, Clash of Clans. I play with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I played the game for about a year. And I got my base to my base is pretty respectable. And one of my friends who's been playing for a month spent $200 on the game.
Yeah.
And he's passed me. I'm like, are you kidding me? You've been playing for like 2 months. Your base is better than mine because you just loaded a whole bunch of cash into it. I'm like, so dumb.
Yeah. Going on from that, G4, which I thought was already dead, is actually going to die finally.
Wait, it wasn't dead already?
Yeah, all right.
Thought it died 4 years ago.
Yeah, I thought so too. I remember when it got pulled off the air in our local area, and it was like, oh, G4 is no longer available. I was like, well, that's dead.
Oh no, where are we gonna get our cops and cheaters reruns now?
I know, right? That's basically what it was.
That's
that
what
point.
it became. Yeah.
And like the random X Play year in review that it kept replaying for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's finally coming to an end. NBC Universal has announced that they're ending the G4 network as of November 30th. So if there's any of your carriers that carry it, that's it.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. G4.
Rip.
Speedrun happened on Doom 2, new world record, which was done in ultra violent mode. So yeah, the Doom 2 Hell on Earth UV speed. Ultra-violent speed, was done in 23 minutes and 3 seconds, which beats the old world record by 22%.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Yay.
That's it. Yeah, it's like, congratulations.
Yeah, and there's also a mod that has, like, Doom in Mario 64, which I thought was pretty cool. We'll also give a link to that. It was kind of funny to kind of view that. GameStop is talking about Black Friday deals, too. So, you know what? We're probably going to link, like, Black Friday deals because, we're not going to be on next week again. So, I mean, like, whatever you're going to do, I mean, I'm not for Black Friday, but if there's something good, you guys should check that out. You should check out some websites that will link you guys to. Cool. We're not advertising them because, I mean, if only. But, it's like, it's cool if you want to check that out.
Yeah, we're broke guys, so we want to help you.
Yeah, going back to Sonic Boom a little bit, too, there was the redesigns that didn't make it for Sonic. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the Sonic with the shorts and the shirt.
Nah, Sonic got to be naked, man.
With the shoes. Can't be naked with shoes. And there was a Sonic other remake. I just
he looks so weird.
I don't know. They're trying to make it change up the style, man.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah, and they try to change Eggman or Dr. Robotnik, which that was a horrible idea.
No, all those look horrible.
Yeah,
they wanted to make him like a
skinny,
prepubescent teenager, like
nerd.
dork.
Yeah,
no.
I didn't like the Eggman. It did kind of like the Sonic one though, but I mean,
I don't like any of them.
I honestly, I feel like
I don't like how they look now either. I think they still screwed up.
I think the other design was better than this one. In all honesty, I mean the ones that's out there currently.
Why couldn't you just Sonic looks great in Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
The trophies look great in Super Smash Brothers. Why couldn't you
But that's because Sakurai has respect for the gaming industry. Yeah. And other people are like, we don't care. We need money. How are we going to make money? By doing this stuff.
I guarantee you, if you made them look the way they're supposed to look, you could make more money.
And make a good game.
Yeah, make a game that doesn't suck.
That would have been the key. And then one last story. Someone made a JRPG of history. Basically, it's like American Dawn, which is a game that's on Steam Greenlight. That is basically an RPG that goes through the history of North America from the French and Indian War to the American Revolution, from the colony of Georgia to Quebec City. So, I mean, it looks very interesting. I like the fact that like history is an RPG, so you kind of like go like especially a 16-bit RPG. That's actually pretty cool. I like that in itself, in all honesty. And what do you think, Steve?
No, I think that's great. Learn as you play.
Yeah, man.
If you like educational games, I guess.
Yeah, that's not Mario's Missing, that's for sure.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, that game. And that's about it for the Two Broke Gamers podcast. Like we said, we're not going to be here for next week for Thanksgiving because, I'm not a bad boss. I guess I'm a boss in this show. I don't know. But, I'm not, like other stores, I'm not having my employees work at during Thanksgiving, damn it.
Or also because our venue of recording is closed
exactly,
too.
Whatever. But it's also Thanksgiving. What is it?
Yeah, no. I even if this college was open, I still wouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
Not screw that. But in all honesty, I do hope if you celebrate Thanksgiving, or even if you're just gonna chill, just enjoy that day. Enjoy that day. Get fat, get drunk, and everything. Everything, man. Enjoy it.
If you're old enough to drink.
All right. So websites, our Twitters at Two Broke Gamers Pod. Our individual ones at TEH_Rick, Terrick.
At Steve B. Agilism, AGILISM.
And then our YouTube, of course, if you're not listening on YouTube already, we have a YouTube, Two Broke Gamers Podcast, and also our WordPress, which should get content soon, to a brokengamerspodcast.wordpress.com. All that stuff's available for you guys. We will see you guys when we see you. See ya.
See you guys in 2 weeks. Yeah.